Good morning, I'm David Lyon, Chairman of the North Dakota Water Users Board. I'd like to welcome you to the North Dakota Water Virtual Awards Luncheon. Each year, North Dakota recognizes outstanding leaders for their important roles in water managing and delivering water in North Dakota. This award event is a highlight of the year for the water community to recognize and acknowledge the contributions of water volunteers and professionals. Due to the online format of this joint water convention, all award recipients were notified and asked to offer comments and reflections about their services to the water community. This program assembles all awards normally included in the annual water banquet. We start off with a few selected awards from leaders from joint water boards, beginning with the Upper Cheyenne. Ben Varston of the Upper Cheyenne Joint Water Resource District will present the Oarsman Award.
I am Ben Varnson, Director Manager of the Upper Cheyenne Joint Water Resource Board. The Oarsman Award for this year is being given to Mandar Nandari, Water Resource Engineer with the firm Bar Engineering. His past, his present, and his continued support for the Upper Cheyenne Joint Board and its watershed has advanced our goals as we work as a team to better water management in the area of this area of the state. His help in water quality assessment and to our newest approach of a pilot project along critical sites along the Cheyenne River. We appreciate that goal very much. Helping us and individual counties on dam rehabilitation projects as well.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Mandar Nangre. I would like to thank the leadership of Upper Cheyenne River Joint Water Resource Board for this award. I feel truly humbled and honored to be considered for this award this year. As much as this award is for me, I accept it humbly on behalf of my colleagues at Bar Engineering Company. We have been working with the Joint Board since 2016. The Joint Board has remained true to its core values of providing coordinated approach to solve complex water management issues within the Upper Cheyenne River watershed. The collaboration demonstrated by the Joint Board leadership by working closely with various federal, state, and local partners is inspirational to many other entities across the state. In 2018, the Joint Board took a step in the right direction by completing a comprehensive sedimentation and risk assessment and bank stabilization study for the mainstem Cheyenne River in the Upper Cheyenne River watershed. I continue to look forward to serving the Joint Board in years to come. With that, I would like to wish you all happy holidays and a safe and Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Missouri River Joint Board Chairman Wade Bachmeier will present the Riverman Award.
Hi, I'm Wade Bachmeier, Chairman of the Missouri River Joint Water Board. And each year the board honors a water resource professional who has significantly contributed to water development, management, and public service issues related to the Missouri River Basin in the state of North Dakota. The Riverman Award is given in memory and honor of longtime river activist and advocate Andy Mork. Our recipient this year, Mary Massid, is deeply and firmly dedicated as well as passionate about water issues in the state of North Dakota. Mary, who has been the CEO and manager of Southwest Water Authority since 2007, has a vested professional interest in the Missouri River and its benefits to the state of North Dakota. Aside from being the manager of Southwest Water, Mary's commitment to water shows in her abundant involvement in multiple other water organizations, just to name a few: North Dakota Water Users Association, North Dakota Missouri River Advisory Council, North Dakota Rural Water Systems Association, North Dakota Water Education Foundation, and many others. As was told to me, and I would agree, Mary lives and breathes water, and her advocacy for water and the Missouri River is truly her passion in life. Mary's former boss, Ray Christensen, upon hearing of her receiving the award this year, sent me a note, and in it he says, "As we weave our way through life, we meet many people, some of whom leave an immediate impression." Such was the case with Mary when she interviewed for the CFO position. Her special smile, hearty laugh, the always present hat, along with impeccable credentials, did leave an immediate impression. Personally, I have been with Mary at several meetings, and I can attest to her dedication, passion, and knowledge of water in the Missouri River. And on behalf of the Missouri River Joint Water Board, I'm honored to present the River Woman Award for 2020, Mary Massid. Thank you, Mary.
I am surprised and honored to be given the Riverman Award. I thought I had big shoes to fill when I took over the helm of our Southwest Water Authority ship. The promise of quality water for Southwest North Dakota began all the way back in 1977, when our state legislature appropriated monies for the Water Commission to begin studying a pipeline system that would bring water from the Missouri River to Dickinson and the surrounding communities. But it would take decades of hard work and generations of planning before the impacts of such a dynamic system could truly be appreciated. In 1986, we broke ground for the development of the Southwest Pipeline Project, which has become a vast and intricate infrastructure, which now brings a lifeline of quality water to growing communities across our state. It was also at this time our region was gaining notoriety for the newfangled notion of the Buffalo Commons. This was the Popper study titled Great Plains from Dust to Dust back in 1987. Despite these uncertainties and the bleak outlook for our region, the authority and the Water Commission took on the challenge of assembling the drinking water system that would eventually make a newfound quality of life possible for so many. More than 4 decades later, our project takes pride in serving more than 56,000 North Dakota residents directly and 2 additional water systems. We must never be scared to take on the challenge. The authority and the project continue to sail proudly into the future. Thank you so much for this award. I am truly humbled and honored to be a Missouri Riverman.
The Red River Joint Water Resource District Steamboat Award will be presented by Chairman Gary Thompson.
Zach Herman is a project manager and principal with Houston Engineering Incorporated, who specializes in assisting water resource districts to identify, establish strategies for, and implement water management solutions throughout North Dakota. Zach started his career with Houston Engineering in the spring of 2007 as a field technician assisting with survey duties and construction inspection. Early in his career, Zach developed a keen interest in water resource management and quickly became regarded as a go-to technical engineer amongst his supervisors. He gradually worked his way up the ranks and now serves as project manager for several water boards in North Dakota and Minnesota, focusing on serving clients in the Red River Basin. Zach's experience working on both sides of the state line have provided him with unique insights into the differences and similarities in water management between each state. These insights have helped him address water management issues in a consistent manner. Zach has served in a key role for several projects in the Red River Basin, including watershed planning across the entire basin, NRCS small watershed planning, and implementation of multiple projects throughout the region. Zach's role in these efforts includes project coordination and outreach, engineering and technical considerations, and quantification of the environmental impacts of proposed alternatives. In addition to project-related work, Zach also works with various regional organizations to provide technical guidance and policy decisions. Zach is young and still early in his career and life, and he isn't showing any sign of slowing down. With each project, he challenges himself and inspires others around him to stretch and grow. At this rate, he is sure to achieve many more exceptional accomplishments. We are proud to have him as part of our community and congratulate him on receiving a Steamboat Award. Thank you.
The North Dakota Water Education Foundation Scholarship Awards will be presented by Diane Jameson Richards. She will introduce this year's recipients.
Top of the day to you, and greetings from Minnesota. My name is Diane Jameson Richards, and I'm going to speak about the Water Resources Scholarship Endowment. The North Dakota Water Education Foundation established the Dushinsky-Jameson Water Resources Scholarship Endowment in honor of Russell Dushinsky and Warren Jameson's distinguished service, dedicated leadership, and lifelong devotion to water development in North Dakota. As an endowment, the Dushinsky-Jameson Water Resources Scholarship Fund will continue to provide scholarships to deserving students whose families had taken an active role in North Dakota water management. This year, the fund was able to award 4 $1,500 scholarships. The North Dakota Water Education Foundation awarded its 2020 Dushinsky and Jameson Water Resources Scholarships to Sydney Anderson of Regent, Rachel Govan of Turtle Lake, Connor Jensen of Argusville, and Matthew Reap of Bismarck. Congratulations to these 4 deserving students. The essays written by Anderson, Govan, Jensen, and Reap address the topic of your most vivid memory concerning water. Now the students will speak.
Hello, my name is Sydney Anderson. I'm from Regent, North Dakota. My parents are Mark and Jill Anderson, and currently I'm double majoring in farm and ranch management with a focus in agribusiness and agronomy at Bismarck State College here in Bismarck, North Dakota. My future plans are to work at an agronomy center for a while, and then someday I'd like to get back to the farm and do exactly what my parents do now. They're truly an inspiration to me and the ones who sparked my love for agriculture. I want to say thank you to the Dushinsky and Jameson Water Resource Committee for selecting me to receive one of the 2020 scholarships. It's greatly appreciated and helping me tremendously on my way to becoming a future agriculturalist.
Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Govan and I am a freshman at the University of North Dakota. My parents are Jill and Gerard Govan. I attended high school at Turtle Lake Mercer School, where I was involved in various different activities from sports to student council and speech and debate. Even though there's the coronavirus, I have still managed to stay involved at University of North Dakota through different things like the Newman Center, going on retreats, and deepening my faith. I'm here studying to be a marketing manager. And finally, I would like to give a big thank you to the North Dakota Water Education Foundation for providing me this scholarship that has helped aid me to attend such a great school like the University of North Dakota. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Connor Jensen. I am from Argusville, North Dakota. My parents are Jennifer and Jameson Jensen, and my grandfather is Steve Metzger, who is actually good friends with Mr. Jameson. And that's why this scholarship has some sort of significance to my family because of the friendship that they shared. I'm currently a freshman at NDSU studying precision agriculture, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for selecting me for the Dushinsky and Jameson Water Scholarship. Thank you.
My name is Matthew Reap. I am currently a sophomore at NDSU studying accounting. Just wanted to start off by saying thank you to the North Dakota Water Education Foundation for awarding me with one of this year's Dushinsky and Jameson Water Resources Scholarships. A little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Bismarck, North Dakota. I attended Shiloh Christian High School. My parents are Dennis and Melissa Reap. My dad is from the small town of Michigan, North Dakota, while my mom, like me, is from Bismarck. I have one sister, Megan, who is currently a nurse at Sanford here in Fargo. And I grew up with my pet dog, Kirby, who is a schnoodle and is now 13 years old. Some of my hobbies include watching and playing pretty much any sport. I like to stay active. I also enjoy reading, playing video games, spending time with friends and family, and just staying outdoors. Future plans for me include, as of now, just graduating from NDSU with a degree in accounting and possibly sitting for the CPA exam after graduation. Once again, I'd just like to thank the North Dakota Water Education Foundation for awarding me with a scholarship, as it will greatly help with my finances for this year. This year's paying for college. So thank you all.
The North Dakota Irrigation Association Awards will be presented by Lauren DeWitz.
The Irrigation Excellence Award recognizes individuals or groups that share irrigation information and experience with producers and future irrigators, and who provide public service in leading irrigation advancement in North Dakota. The 2020 recipient of the Irrigation Excellence Award is Bob Vivitson of Cavalier. When faced with the prospect of losing a potato contract due to several years of drought in the 1980s, Bob Vivitson and his partners embarked on a project to turn runoff water into a reliable source of irrigation for their crops. In Pemmican County, where he resides, there are no aquifers for irrigation development, but there are many areas with irrigable soils. Bob has been creative in developing irrigation sources by using existing landscape features to effectively capture runoff. He obtained a permit for the water from the permanent pool behind a flood control dam and constructed retention ponds to hold runoff water and diverted tile water to reuse for irrigation. Bob and his partners built a system of 8 ponds to store water from which they irrigate 1,800 acres. Collecting excess water and storing it for use during dry cycles helped he and his partners remain viable in the potato production. Bob Vivitson chaired the North Dakota Irrigation Association for 2 years and continues to serve on its board of directors. He has testified to the legislature on important irrigation issues. In addition, he has been actively involved with both his local and regional water boards and has willingly shared information with other producers about water storage and irrigation operations that his farm utilizes. A 1971 graduate of NDSU, Bob was an ROTC student and received a regular Army commission serving as an infantry officer and Army Ranger. Following his service, he returned to his family's farm, which he operates today alongside his son, Robert, as a diversified farm with row crops, irrigated cropland, and small grains. Bob has chaired both the Red River Valley Sugar Beet Growers and the American Crystal Board of Directors, and he served on the United Valley Bank Board. He and his wife Susan have 3 children and 7 grandchildren.
I was incredibly surprised and very honored to be selected for this Irrigation Excellence Award. There are several people that have contributed a great deal to what we have done in our area, and I need to recognize them and thank them. First, my wife Susan, my brother Rick and his wife Deborah, my son Robert W. and his wife Kelly, and the Don Heichert family and the Jim Langer family. They've all contributed a great deal to make this venture a success. When we started this project a long time ago, it was out of need. The potato industry was changing rapidly, and if we did not get to irrigation or find a way to transition to irrigation, it would not have been very pretty. A lot of stranded assets, a lot of other resources would not have been utilized. One critical part of our irrigation is the water. We use mostly the water that is spring runoff. This is water that goes downstream, causes some flooding on the Red River, and nobody really wants this water. So by us using this water, ponding it, pumping it into ponds, and using it, it just makes sense. There are many people that I need to thank, and I know I'll miss some, and I apologize for that, but Milt Ludwig is another one that we need to thank. Milt was the head of the Water Appropriations Division of the State Water Commission and received encouragement from Milt. And of course, all the rules had to be followed and things had to be done right, but it worked out. Many thanks, Milt.
Another one is Tom Shear. Whenever we needed technical questions answered, he was there to help us. And I really appreciate that. There was questions that we needed answers that he had the answers, and we appreciate it. So thank you, Tom. You know, we started with a traveling gun, and now we have about 33 pivots. We have grown a lot. And it just makes sense to use that resource that we have. I know many of the recipients of this award are real pioneers in the irrigation industry, and I'm honored to be among that group. If I would name them off, I would certainly miss someone, and I apologize for that. But I do want to mention Bernie Schulich of Oaks. He just passed away, and he was the winner last year. I know much he did, and I'm honored to join the role of this award with a man like him. Thank you again on behalf of all of us. It's greatly appreciated.
The North Dakota Water Wheel Award is presented in recognition of distinctive leadership and perseverance in motivating development of state water resources, thereby fostering a better quality of life for citizens. Our first award winner is Chris Bader. Chris served as the director of the Data and Technical Services Division at the North Dakota State Water Commission. He has been responsible for the design, development, and implementation of information technology infrastructure that forms the basis of the agency's water resource management initiatives. The current technology infrastructure has been leveraged and integrated into almost every aspect of the agency's business process to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the agency staff. The State Water Commission has received numerous awards and has been recognized nationally for the water resource data management solutions and related data resources that have been developed by Chris and his team. Chris has 3 children and 3 grandchildren. He and his wife Allison are involved in a wide range of school and sport activities.
Hello, my name is Chris Bader. I'm the Director of the Data and Technical Services Division here at the Water Commission. I've worked with the Water Commission for about 32 years, and I must admit this is quite an unexpected surprise. I appreciate the recognition. 2020, however, is the year for unexpected. So we started out the year fairly normal. Then we were asked to push the staff remote over about a 5-day window early in March. So we've effectively done that, and that's forced us to modify quite a few things in here to accommodate a remote workforce. In addition to all the other things we've been trying to accomplish in North Dakota, we've also been working pretty hard over the last 2 or 3 years on reimagining and redeveloping our remote data collection activities and trying to change the way we collect water resource data in North Dakota. That's been a fairly successful program. We now have about 205 presence remote data recorders installed in North Dakota and sending data to us on a daily basis. That program, while met with some challenges because of the COVID supply chain issues and problems in 2020, we still were able to reach our goal of installing an additional 100 devices this year. We're looking for that program to continue to grow and evolve, and continue to expand the number of wells that we're collecting, as well as broadening it to include the precip atmospheric data that we're trying to fill in some data on that front. We're also looking to try to begin to expand it into other areas such as soil moisture, soil temperature throughout parts of eastern North Dakota. So again, it's a bit of a challenging year, and it's going to be additional challenges moving forward, but we'd like to think the Water Commission is well positioned, and we've done a good job of making sure that the state's water resources are well managed. Thank you.
Our next Water Wheel winner is Jeff Becker. He has served his community for many years and has a long history within the state's water community. He has served as the director of the Southeast Rural Water District Board since 1989 and as the Tennawakan Township Supervisor since 1982. In 2008, he was elected to the Garrison Diversion Conservancy District's Board of Directors and currently sits on the Engineering and Operations Committee. Jeff operates a farm and ranch and feedlot near Havana, North Dakota, and when not attending water meetings or spending time with his grandchildren, he enjoys traveling, fishing, hunting. Jeff and his wife Jody have 3 children and 5 grandchildren.
Thank you for this award presented to me today from the Water Coalition. I want to share a couple of stories in my life. One I'll call necessity, and the other one will be called astonishment. The one of necessity started in 1983. My wife Jody and I bought a ranch about 5 miles from my dad and mom's location, and it was a feedlot, cattle feeding operation. The wells were bad. The two old homesteads there that had deep water wells, at least a dozen of them were dug through the lifetime of the history before I bought the two places. And with the water quality being gray, smelly, not good for the livestock, I invested what I could, cleaned the wells, redid the wells the best I could, but the water quality was bad. 1988, I invested some money. They dug a 900-foot hole, tried to get water. $8,000 later, guess what? No water. So luckily at that time, the state of North Dakota and the arsenic project, which they called it because the arsenic was sprinkled back in the 30s for grasshopper control, was trying to get a expansion of Richland rural water into Sargent County to cover the needs of both Sargent and Richland County Clean Drinking Water Act. So I got on that steering committee, covered my township, worked with other townships, went to numerous meetings, got the project going, and luckily in 1989 I got elected to the board of Southeast Water, and in doing so I felt the need to help other communities also. As a board of directors, we also helped Dickey Rural Water System and Ransom Sargent Water System to help manage them, and eventually we all joined as one management team under Southeast Water. That was a great accomplishment to get our water systems going so well in southeast North Dakota, and I'm glad to say that we just finished an in-system expansion this last year. The astonishment story I want to share was when I was a young child, we lived along the Wild Rice River in southeast North Dakota. And I heard over the dinner table my dad said that they had a project going that was going to get water to eastern North Dakota, which might include going down the Wild Rice River. And me being a young student of geography, I thought, oh my goodness, they got to take that over the Continental Divide. I thought that ought to be really amazing. So after many years of hard work, dedication by the team at Garrison and others, the project 99% done, but guess what? No water. Today, eastern North Dakota still does not have a reliable source of water if the time of drought should happen. My 12 years on Garrison, I hope we've worked hard as a board and many other people in the state to now finally say that we have the wheels turning to get water to eastern North Dakota. Thank you again for this award.
Our next award winner is Sean Fredericks. Sean is a shareholder on Onstead Tritchell Law Firm in West Fargo, North Dakota. He practiced exclusively in water law with nearly 20 years of experience. He represents several North Dakota water resource districts and rural water systems. As a leader in water in the state, he has strong relationships with many water leaders and boards throughout North Dakota. Sean graduated from North Dakota State University with honors in 1998 and from the University of North Dakota School of Law with distinction in 2001. Sean's wife Sarah is a middle school teacher, science teacher. Sean and Sarah have one son and a daughter, and they live in West Fargo.
Hey folks, Sean Fredericks here, coming at you from my home office on the Sunday before the water convention. Some unique challenges presented by COVID, but I think in the North Dakota water community, we've done a really nice job in the last year of meeting and overcoming those challenges in advancing water in our state despite those unique challenges. So I think everyone's done a really nice job of that. Big thank you for the Water Wheel Award. I've been a member of the water community for a lot of years now. I probably couldn't pinpoint when it was that I became an old hand at this, but it was a long time ago. Been doing this for a lot of years now, and it really is uniquely rewarding to be a member of the North Dakota water community. You know, I think it'd probably be difficult to articulate to an outsider what it is that we do or how we do it, but the important thing is we know what we do, we know how we do it. We're a very tight-knit community, and it is rewarding to be a member of the water community. So thank you for that. Also, a big note of respect and thanks to everybody who serves on water resource district boards and everybody who serves on rural water system boards. Those are the two entities that I work with the most, and I get to see firsthand and close up how difficult those jobs are, how thankless they are. So I do know that everybody who serves on those boards obviously is committed to public service, and you're in it for the right reasons. And I appreciate and respect everything that all of you do and all the hard work that you put forth in doing your jobs on the Water Resource District and Rural Water System boards. So thanks to all of you, and I look forward to a great 2021. Who knows what COVID will present? Who knows what the Resources Trust Fund will have to offer, but I know we're all going to be in it together, and we're all going to do our best to advance the interests of water in our state. So thanks to all of you, and thanks again for the Water Wheel. It's a tremendous honor for me, and I hope you all have a great holiday season. Thanks.
Our next award winner is Roger Gullickson. Roger's interest in water development began when he joined his dad and brother in a farming and livestock operation in the middle 1970s in northern Williams County. This interest led to an appointment to the Williams County Water Resource District Board, on which he has been a member for nearly 24 years, serving both as vice chairman and chairman. Roger and the board work with the Army Corps of Engineers, the North Dakota Game and Fish Department, and local sportsmen and fishing groups to develop new camping facilities and boat ramps. They also supported new irrigation research for high-value crops and the work of the North Dakota Irrigation Research Nielsen Valley Station. With the coming of a new century in the oil boom, the board began working with the county consulting engineers and others as it entered a JPA with the county for an approval process for stormwater management plans and subdivision rules and regulations. Many of these efforts continue today. Roger has also served on the board of the North Dakota Irrigation Association, serving 3 years as chairman, and on the North Dakota NDSU Williston Research Center Advisory Board and the Williams Area Economic Development Foundation. He has served as chairman of the North Dakota Water Resource District Association and on the North Dakota Water Coalition and the North Dakota Water Users Association boards.
Thank you to the Awards Committee for selecting me for a Water Wheel Award at this year's Water Convention. Involvement with the many water organizations has been very fulfilling. My interest in water started as an irrigator and then as a member of the Williams County Water Resource District Board. I have served on that water board for about 24 years. Our group has worked together to promote water development in Williams County and all of North Dakota. Thank you to all who have been a part of this great and capable group, the many water managers. Also, thank you to our Secretary Treasurer, Beth Innes, who has been with the board for just as long as I have. I also want to thank my family for their support along the way. A special thanks goes to Mike Dwyer for encouraging me to be a part of the many water groups. Thanks also to Milt, Jerry, Jack, Lance, and others that have worked together for the Irrigation Association, the Water Resource District Association, the North Dakota Water Users, and the North Dakota Water Coalition. Much has been accomplished, but more remains to be done to promote and use our water resources. Thank you again.
Our next award winner is Kip Culver. Kip started as an engineer for the Garrison Diversion Conservancy District in 2001 and was promoted to district engineer in 2010. He currently leads all Garrison Diversion engineering and operations and maintenance efforts and oversees 22 operations and maintenance staff members. Kip has been instrumental in developing the McCluskey Canal irrigation project near Turtle Lake, North Dakota, which currently encompasses over 7,000 acres. The irrigation project uses Missouri River water to benefit the people of North Dakota and fulfill an original purpose of the Garrison Diversion Unit project. Most of Kip's career has been developed to the massive Red River Valley Water Supply Project. He is a graduate of the University of North Dakota and lives in Carrington, North Dakota with his wife, Josie, and their 3 children. Kip is an avid outdoorsman and enjoys hunting, archery, fishing, and spending time on the lake with his family.
It's been an honor being selected for the Water Wheel Award. Also working on North Dakota water issues, it's been very rewarding. So thank you very much for this award.
Our next award winner is Mary Meridian. Mary has been on the professional staff of the Garrison Diversion Conservancy District since 2003. She began as an assistant communications director, and after a short stop as the communication director, she was promoted to administrative officer. Mary oversees Garrison Diversion financials, the matching recreation grant program, and promoting the Red River Valley Water Supply Project. Her dedication to the Red River Valley Water Supply Project earned her appointment to Deputy Program Manager for the Red River Valley Water Supply Project Administration in 2014. Mary's passion includes traveling and exploring new places, as well as spending summers at the lake with family and friends. Mary and her husband Jeff have 2 growing children.
Hello, I am truly honored and humbled to be receiving the North Dakota Water Wheel Award. Nearly 18 years ago, when I started at Garrison Diversion, honestly, I didn't know that much about the water industry and everything that it entailed. I want to thank Garrison Diversion's General Manager, officers, and my fellow team members for making Garrison Diversion such a great place to work. I have truly been honored to have the opportunities provided to me in this position. I have enjoyed working with and meeting colleagues around the state and the country. This includes Lake Agassiz Water Authority, Rural Water System, their managers and directors, the State Water Commission, and legislators. I am honored and proud to be part of the Red River Valley Water Supply Project team. We are bringing this project to realization and breaking ground this winter. That is quite an accomplishment, and I am proud to be part of the team that is making that happen. I look forward to many more years at Garrison Diversion and advancing and keeping water needs at the forefront. Together, we will keep our success moving forward. Thanks, and again, I am truly honored and humbled to be receiving this award.
On behalf of Governor Doug Burgum, Interim State Engineer John Pasowski will present the 2020 inductees for the Commodore Award.
Hello everybody, John Paskowski here, Interim State Engineer, and it's my honor today to be able to recognize 3 outstanding individuals as Commodores in North Dakota's mythical Navy. Commodore Award recognizes individuals that have provided outstanding leadership, dedication, and commitment to the development and management of North Dakota's water resources to the Governor to be commissioned as Commodores in North Dakota's mythical Navy. The Governor agrees that these individuals deserve to hold the rank of Commodore in North Dakota's mythical Navy. To that end, the first recipient is Mr. Larry Bars. Public service and civil involvement have always been driving forces for Larry as a dedicated advocate for the development and supply and access of quality water. He played a proactive role in the development of rural water in southwest North Dakota with the construction of the Southwest Pipeline Project and was elected to the Southwest Water Authority's Board of Directors in 2002, serving as its chair from 2010 to 2020. He also served on the Board of Directors for the Stark County Water Resource District and the North Dakota Water Resource Districts Association, as well as on the Executive Committee for the North Dakota Water Users Association. Larry is a familiar face in North Dakota's water industry through his involvement in local, state, and national water organizations, including the North Dakota Rural Water Systems Association, North Dakota Water Coalition, Upper Missouri Water Association, and the National Rural Water Association. He was awarded the North Dakota Water Wheel Award in 2017. Larry's calling to service led him to pursue many public offices and boards. He was also active with the State Builders Association, serving as its president from 1987 through 1988, and was active in the Dickinson Elks Lodge 1137, serving as a local chair, district deputy, and state Elks president. A Beach, North Dakota native and a Dickinson State College graduate, Larry taught high school and coached for 17 years before operating his family's construction firm, Donco Incorporated, from 1976 to 2011. Larry and his late wife, Elaine, have one son and a daughter. Please help me in welcoming Larry Bars to North Dakota's mythical Navy.
Thank you. I am deeply honored to be the recipient of the Commodore Award. Even to be considered a contender for this award is humbling. It is an honor to be recognized by people I have a great deal of respect for and take my place in the ranks of the North Dakota Mystical Navy, many of whom I have long admired. It's in times like these that we think of all those who have gone before us and come before us and helped us along the way, such as the late Jacqueline, who received this award in 1993. It was with Jack's encouragement I was able to step forward and gain election to the Southwest Water Authority's Board of Directors in 2002, where I proudly serve today. When I first began serving on the board, I thought then, and I know for sure now, that the business success and quality of life the Southwest Pipeline Project has brought to Southwest North Dakota would not have been possible without the cooperation of each elected member of the Southwest Authority's Board of Directors and constant efforts of our management and staff. I share this award with many, as it would not be possible without each and every one of them. Southwest Water Authority remains more dedicated than ever to continue the legacy of the project because it is the right thing to do. We remain steadfast in our vision of people and business succeeding with quality water and our mission of quality water for Southwest North Dakota. Thank you again for honoring me with this prestigious award, and thank you to all those attending this virtual conference and for what you do for North Dakota Water.
The next person I'd like to recognize is Senator Gary Lee. Senator Gary Lee's career in public service spans 40 years in roles including the Castleton City Council, Central Cass School Board, Central Cass School Reorganization Board, Township Officer, and Church Treasurer. He also served on the Cass Rural Water Board, where he acquired his extensive knowledge and interest in water quality, access, and distribution issues. A member of the North Dakota Legislature since 2001, Senator Lee served on the Senate Appropriations Committee, chairing subcommittees on water, transportation, and the Department of Health, and leading those budgets through the legislative process. For 3 legislative sessions, he chaired the Transportation Committee. He served 5 sessions, including 3 as Vice Chair of the Education Committee. Senator Lee also served as Chairman of the Budget Section, as a member of the Legislative Management, and as a member of the 2015 Special Committee to bring Appropriations Resolution to the Public Employees Retirement and the Retirement Investment Office. He was elected President pro tempore of the 65th Legislative Session in 2017. Senator Gary Lee grew up in Castleton, North Dakota, the son of a blacksmith and the eventual mayor of the city. After graduation from NDSU, he was drafted into the United States Army and served as a combat medic with an infantry unit in Vietnam. He returned home to a career in healthcare and to raise a family. Senator Lee is retired after a long career in healthcare and is newly retired from the North Dakota Senate. He and his wife, Joan, have 2 grown children and 5 grandchildren. Won't you please help me in welcoming Senator Gary Lee into North Dakota's mythical Navy?
Good evening, distinguished guests. It certainly is an honor for me to be recognized for working with the water community over these years. My sincere thank you to the North Dakota Water Users Group and Governor Burgum for commissioning me as a Commodore. And I'm certainly humbled, too, to look over the names of the past award recipients and then realize that my name will be added to that very distinguished list of leaders. Some of them were people I grew up with, like Governor Jack Dalrymple, General Lawrence Woodbury, and going way back, Royal Bursler, then from Mapleton, North Dakota. And there are also several others that I've had the opportunity and the privilege to work with as a legislator. Water policy, infrastructure, and project development is vital to everyone. Because of that, I have greatly enjoyed being part of this larger team, working to provide for these essential and universal needs on behalf of our fellow citizens. Serving on the Cass Rural Water Board for several years really stirred my interest in water supply and development, and that experience carried over into supporting those needs at the legislative level. As you know, there are huge water projects that are on the development and construction phase, across our state that need support and funding to ensure their completion. But those rural, municipal, and water district projects too will need continued state and local support to see them to fruition. North Dakota water users must continue to urge elected officials to support these necessary projects. With the Resources Trust Fund being a less certain funding source, I anticipate the Legacy Fund earnings will become an appropriate source for funding of future infrastructure build-outs. And as I step aside from my role as state senator, I want to wish all of you the very best as you continue your work to satisfy and solve the water-related needs of our North Dakota citizens. Again, it is an honor to be commissioned at the rank of Commodore in North Dakota's mythical Navy. Thank you. God bless you all.
The final recipient is Mr. Ken Royce. Ken has held many leadership roles and belonged to several organizations during his service to the state's water industry. He has been a Garrison Diversion Conservancy District Board member since 2005 and currently serves as its chair. In addition, he has served as chairman of the Missouri River Joint Board, chairman of the Burleigh County Water Resource Board, executive member and past president of the North Dakota Water Users Association, and executive board member and past president of North Dakota Water Resource Districts Association. He was also appointed by Governor John Hoeven to serve on the Missouri River Task Force to deal with issues on the Missouri River. Ken is currently chairman of the North Dakota Water Education Foundation and is a North Dakota representative to the Upper Missouri Water Association. A graduate of Montana State University with an engineering degree, during his career, Ken worked for the State Water Commission, the State Highway Department, Old West Regional Water Office, and Public Service Commission. He recently retired as vice president and principal at Bartlett and West of Bismarck. Ken and his wife, Kay, reside in Bismarck and have 3 children. Won't you please join me in welcoming Ken to North Dakota's mythical Navy?
Well, thank you very much for this nice award. I do appreciate it, and I recognize what it symbolizes. It symbolizes involvement and long-term effort in water development issues, but I think it's an award that a lot of people in the water community deserve this type of an award, because to be involved in water in North Dakota, it always is long-term involvement. And it's about having an interest and wanting to make a difference in things such as water supply and surface water management and irrigation, power generation, water-based recreation, those type of things. And so all of us in North Dakota have that interest, and so to be able to be part of it, North Dakota creates that opportunity more so than most other states, I think. North Dakota creates that opportunity for us to be involved, and so it's nice to be involved. It's nice to get this award. I have to say I'm especially pleased to be included in the class of inductees with Senator Gary Lee and past chairman of the Southwest Water Authority Board, Larry Bars, 2 gentlemen who certainly made a difference in the water community, our water lives. And so to be included with those two gentlemen is especially pleasing to me. So once again, thank you for this nice award. I appreciate it. I'll accept it, of course, and I think there are many people who are deserving of this type of recognition. It's nice that we're able to do this from time to time, annual basis or various categories of awards. It's nice to be able to do that for our water leaders of the state. So very much appreciate it, and thank you very much.
The Users Association Hall of Fame is the North Dakota Water's highest honor and is given to true water giants, individuals that have devoted their lives to protecting, developing, and managing North Dakota's water resources. The 2020 North Dakota Water Users Association has selected 3 recipients for this year's award. Our first inductee into the Hall of Fame is Carrie Backstrom. Carrie's constant skills and expertise as the State Water Commission's water resource engineer were instrumental in ensuring water management and development in North Dakota. Throughout his professional career, he was well respected by other agencies and professionals at the state, local, and federal levels, as he represented the State Water Commission on many interagency committees, and the chief of the regulatory section, known for using politeness and empathy to address landowners and citizens. Carrie served on the board and as treasurer of both the North Dakota Water Users Association and the North Dakota Water Education Foundation. He served 6 years on the Burleigh County Water Resource District Board. He was previously honored with the state's Engineer Professionalism Award and the North Dakota Water Users Association Water Wheel Award and Commodore Award. Carrie is a registered professional engineer, received his education at North Dakota State University, New Mexico State University, and the U.S. Army School. He served in the U.S. Army prior to working as an engineer in Montana and North Dakota. He served the state of North Dakota for 32 years, working 12 years at the North Dakota Department of Transportation and 20 years at the State Water Commission. Carrie retired in 1999 as chief of the State Water Commission's regulatory section and continued his career as owner of engineering consulting service until his retirement in 2018. He served as state chairman of the North Dakota Society of Professional Engineers in Government, was active in many community organizations including the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, AMVETS, Elks, Eagles, Bismarck Lions Club, Bismarck Rape Crisis Center, the Cub Scouts, the Boy Scouts of America. Carrie and his wife Connie have 3 children and 6 grandchildren.
I'm humbled and honored to receive this award from you, the water community. It's been my pleasure to work for many years on water issues, especially in North Dakota, where the water community works together. That's not necessarily true in other states. I believe it was Mark Twain who said that whiskey's made for drinking and water's made for fighting. Not true in North Dakota, where the water community all pull in the same direction. Regardless of where we live, in the east, west, north, or south, we support each other's projects, be it water development, water distribution, irrigation, flood control, or rural flood control. Our water projects benefit our cities, counties, production agriculture, as well as our oil industry. Our water infrastructure is the basis of both our economy and our way of life. But we must not take that for granted. Water infrastructure doesn't happen by itself. It takes great leadership from you, the water community. Our major water projects takes years, sometimes decades, even generations to complete. It is therefore behooves all of us to educate the next generation and the generation after that so that we can continue to provide great leadership in North Dakota's water community. Again, I'm humble and honored to receive this award. Thank you, and God bless.
Our next Hall of Fame award winner is Milt Ligby. Milt served 39 years with what is now the State Water Commission's Water Appropriation Division, which allocates water for uses including municipal, industrial, and irrigation. He began his career with the State Water Commission in 1963, working on the hydraulic data collection for the county groundwater studies and more specific studies, such as evaluating the availability of groundwater for the city of Minot, the high water table problems for the Beaufort-Trenton Irrigation District. In 1974, water permitting duties were transferred to this division and MELT's duties took on new dimensions: water allocations and management. During this time, because of significant irrigation development, MELT began responding to public inquiries on the availability of water for irrigation and where to seek help in determining if soils were suitable for irrigation. He also assisted new irrigators with finding the contacts needed to begin a successful irrigation operation. Many irrigators have said if it weren't for MELT, they would not be irrigating today. During his tenure as Director of Water Appropriations Division, MELT presided over the North Dakota County Groundwater Studies Program, the goal of which was to map the groundwater resources of the state. The program was completed in 1985 and represents one of the most, if not the most, comprehensive groundwater mapping program in the United States. Throughout his career, he worked tirelessly with water managers and water users across the state to promote water development and efficient water management utilizing computer technology. MELT retired from the State Water Commission in 2003 and shortly thereafter joined the North Dakota Irrigation Association until 2018 as a part-time field representative, helping to assist irrigators and promote and facilitate irrigation development throughout the state. Milt and his wife Hilda May have 3 children and 4 grandchildren.
Thank you for this prestigious award. It is a great honor. But when I think of the names of those who hold this award, it is also very humbling to be among them. At this time, I find myself reflecting on my years with the State Water Commission and the Irrigation Association. Early in my career, the principal duties involved the county groundwater studies and some municipal water supply studies, which included the city of Minot. In 1972, the U.S. sold Russia a large amount of wheat, which caused the commodity prices to go up by dollars per bushel. This improved farm income, which resulted in the producers looking at ways to expand their farms. One of which was the development of irrigation. Some significant aquifers had been defined, and those with a water supply began applying for water permits to irrigate. From 1974 to the early 1980s, personnel were added to the State Water Commission staff to address the water permit applications and may still keep up on other projects. The staff of the Water Appropriation Division began developing and applying computer technology to model the aquifers that would forecast the water level changes in an aquifer due to the volume of water pumped. The technology of modeling has been improving constantly, and more hydrologic data is being collected. Accuracy improved, and models are now used to guide the appropriation of water. This was a big step forward for water management. The division staff, many now retired, accomplished this work and received the credit for the outcome. They were dedicated, resourceful, and an outstanding group to work with. I loved all 54 years of my work in water resources development and management. In the course of those years, I met, worked with, and for many fine and dedicated people throughout the state of North Dakota. It was truly a privilege to serve. It was a great ride. Thank you. Thank you all.
Our third and final award winner is Charlie Richter. Charlie is a true statesman, generously devoting himself to strengthening North Dakota water infrastructure and his community, earning a reputation for leadership and participation as he tirelessly promoted water projects and irrigation development in North Dakota. Always a faithful, hard-working advocate for water development, Charlie constantly promoted the cause of the irrigation diversion and Missouri River water projects for the people of North Dakota, believing development of Garrison Diversion's lands would ensure quality of life for the future generations of North Dakotans. Charlie holds the honored distinction as the longest-serving director in the history of the Garrison Diversion Conservancy District, representing Eddy County from 1969 to 2012. In his 43 years of service to the district, Charlie proved himself to be an effective leader, serving 2 terms as chairman of the board, as well as multiple terms on the executive committee. He also held the vice chair position for the contract committee and the agriculture committee, and was a member of the project planning, public relations, recreation, engineering, and operations, and MR&I committees. Garrison Diversion was truly near and dear to Charlie's heart. Because of Charlie's dedication to water development, his presence is integrated into North Dakota water history. Charlie and his late wife, Neola, built their life together in New Rockford, growing their family to include 7 children and many grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Hello everyone, this is Lisa Schaefer of Garrison Diversion. I am very honored to accept the Hall of Fame Award on behalf of Charlie. I have known Charlie and his family since I was very young, living near the Richter Farm by Brantford and then moving to New Rockford right across the street from their big house in town. Charlie was so excited and appreciative when I informed him he had been chosen for the Hall of Fame. Working with Charlie through Garrison Diversion for 22 years, I have witnessed both his true passion and his extreme frustration with the project. Whenever I see him, he always asks what's happening. He was so delighted when I told him we had recently awarded a bid to start construction on the Red River Valley Water Supply Project in 2021, saying he would be there with bells on if he could. In visiting with Charlie on the phone the other day, he said he can't thank you enough for this honor. He added that he has nothing but fond memories of everyone he's met and worked with while on the board. He wishes he could thank you all individually. On behalf of the Garrison Diversion staff and board members, we are proud to see Charlie included in the Hall of Fame.
Congratulations to the 2020 award recipients for all the things they have done for the water in the state of North Dakota. Thank you.